if you are trying to install Windows 10 or Windows 11 on an Intel-based machine, generation 9 or later, and are coming up with no SSD, I will show you how to fix this. Stick around. Good morning. So if you're trying to install Windows 10 or 11 on a machine that does have like an Intel-based chip, usually I want to say 10th gen or higher, you may come across something where you have an SSD that's not found, which makes no sense, especially when you are just reinstalling Windows. And this I find only on Intel chips, and I also only find this so far, to the best of my recollection, on Dells and Lenovos and HPs, I think. But anyway, it's all the same regardless of the brand. So here's what I've got here. I've got a Dell. This Dell machine is a really nice XPS, and I reinstalled the operating system on it already. But I came across something and thought I'd make a video about it. So on Dell, I hit F12 to go to the boot menu, and I've already got the install media right here. It's for Windows 11, and it sees the hard drive right here, and right here is my USB. So we know that there's a hard drive installed. So what I'm going to do is click this. Now, like I say, it's going to vary by model on what you're going to do here, but this will show you, in this case and in many cases, how to get around this problem that you'll see in a moment. Side note, it's funny because when I first came across this was obviously only a few years ago. Even though I'd done this for quite some time, I thought there was a problem with a motherboard that I had, and I ended up selling a $500, $400 motherboard on eBay for about 50 bucks because I couldn't figure out what the story was with it, and turns out this was most likely it. Okay, so I tried to do a screen capture thing, but this particular one does not have an HDMI out that will work before Windows. It only has an adapter that's USB-C. So I've got my camera as best I can. I'm going to aim it a little bit like that so you can see better. Okay, so this is the latest install package for Windows 11, but I'm going to go to the old version in just a second. When you get to this part here, you can go to previous versions. I prefer it because this one will actually, when you go next, when it shows the drives, it'll actually list the install drive, and you run the risk of actually erasing that. So I like the previous version right here, where you can just click like this. Okay? So you go to starting the install, and as you are waiting for this to come up, you get this here. I accept. Next, I'm going to do a clean install. So imagine this was a brand new hard drive, for instance. I've already installed Windows on this. This is just to show you the process. So I'm going to say custom install. So look at this. We have no hard drives at all. None. It says we couldn't find any drives. To get a storage driver, click load driver. Now, when I first came across this, I tried a different SSD, then I tried an M2 and SATA, and nothing seemed to work. I could not figure this out. But in this case, I did figure it out, and it's worked ever since, once I knew the story of what was happening. So with Intel-based chipsets, with the i5s, i7s, etc., I have not seen this on any Ryzen. Ryzen just seems to work. But the storage driver is the problem. So even though this machine is perfectly in good working shape, it does not see the SSD. So you beat your head against the wall wondering what the problem is, and is this thing broken or whatnot. But here's the story. So I actually have a folder on my own storage media, or my Windows 11 install media, called storage drivers, and that has a whole bunch of different ones. But 99% of the time, I only use the Intel ones. I'll show you what I mean. So these drivers that I'm mentioning right now for the Intel chipset that's, I believe, 10th through 14th maybe generation, I've actually linked a download for that in the description. So if you're watching this video, before you get started, it wouldn't be a bad idea to download that If you're on an Intel chipset, you need to do this. Download it, and then your USB, if you're using USB, Windows install, just throw that folder on there after you've extracted it. You could also do a situation where you click load drivers, and you should be able to just undo this and put the other USB with the drivers on it. But I find it's easier just to use the same one. So prepare in advance and put your storage drivers on this. Okay, so we have no drive. That's what we see, nothing there. So we're going to hit load driver. Once we do that, we are going to see to install device drivers, etc. You're going to hit browse. And in my situation, my Windows install, there we go. That's the storage driver I use, the folder. Now, the folder that I'm going to link here is going to have these two folders. These are the most common ones. Okay. Now, this particular machine I'm working on, I want to say it's an 11th gen. So I'm going to just choose this one here. And this is going to be the same for you. Just keep going down this, like expanding this directory until you get to drivers and then VMD. Okay. And this is exactly the same thing that I just uploaded to Go File, and there's a link to it. So you click that and hit OK, and watch what happens. There you go. You're going to install the driver. Just and if I were you, I would actually make sure that you keep this checked, because otherwise you're going to end up in a situation where you might get the wrong driver. So make sure you get the right one. Hide drivers that aren't compatible. Okay. So just leave it on that. Click next. It's going to install the driver, and then go back to the screen that we were just on. Wait till you see. There you go. Now there's your hard drive. Now, once you've actually deleted the partitions and installed Windows, it will automatically load into Windows. It does that because the BIOS sees the drive, but the install itself does not. Okay, so that is how you do it. That's how you get around it. Remember to look in the description for the actual zip file. And again, it's just to make it easy on yourself rather than pulling out USBs midway. Just make a little folder on your install, especially if you do this as a hobby or a business, or you may do this again sometime. Put that folder on your thumb drive so you have it, and then just go to it anytime you're using something of an Intel nature that that can't see an SSD. Okay? Hey, so I really appreciate you guys have been liking the videos and subscribing. Again, I'm trying to get to 1,000 by mid-August when my birthday happens. That's kind of my goal. So I would really like it if you would take a time just to subscribe to the channel, and also click the little thing for notifications if I upload something new. And also, if you're a YouTube person with lots of subscriptions like myself, something interesting that is when you go to your either mobile or desktop app, or even on the TV, you go to the left side where it says subscriptions. Any of the subscriptions with new content will have a little, I think, a green dot or a blue dot next to the name. Just a little life hack. All right. Well, listen, that's all for you on this video. Hopefully it got you around selling a good board for $50 like I did. And you can get Windows installed this way. So thanks again for the support on my channel, and please do subscribe if you like it for more content coming up. And have a great day. See ya.